This noon with breaking news. A manhunt ended just minutes ago in South Asheville. Police say the man threatened a relative with a gun. Take a look at this live picture from P.F. Chang's off Long Shoals Road. That's where officers just took Kenneth Sherlin into custody. They caught Sherlin in this area here. I'm told from our crew at the scene there that off to the side there's a police cruiser and Sherlin is in the back seat of that. Right now, the investigators who are on this point of it are taking a look through his backpack to check out for possible weapons. Now, this is all going on, and it started at a home off Butler Road. That is where News 13's Frank Crocker is live. Frank, what can you tell us?
Well, all this happened or started to happen just about an hour ago. It's just about a half mile from the restaurant where this arrest just occurred. And we're going to show you some video of that state police helicopter up in the air. It was going over and circling about a half-mile stretch, or perhaps quarter-mile stretch of a heavily wooded area, and it is directly next to the Butler Road home that you talked about, where police say Kenneth Sherlin came to his stepfather's house, held a gun to his head, and threatened him. Now, he never pulled the trigger. There were no injuries here, but police believe he left and entered into that heavily wooded area and that he was still armed. So they moved in with tactical units and surrounded this spot that stretches just about from the State Employees Credit Union all the way down to Ingalls. They were heavily armed. They moved around, and you can see them moving through the woods throughout this, what turned out to be about a 45-minute search. Again, the state police involved, the helicopter flying low near the treetops. And once again, the suspect somehow made it through the one side of this police barricade near Ingalls and over into Biltmore Park, once again, where that arrest occurred. Now, no one injured, no one wounded in any of this, and suspect is in custody. Kenneth Sherlin, who police say they have a long record of contact with it since he was a young man, that he has had mental problems. That's according to Asheville police, and that he has often had problems with medication, but they have never had anything like this happen with him before involving any kind of violence. Reporting live in Asheville, Frank Crocker, News 13.
The search for a man who threatened a relative with a gun has ended in South Asheville. We know the man's name, Kenneth Sherlin. He was in custody with P.F. Chang's off Long Shoals Road. News 13's Ingrid Allstedt was at the scene as police were going through his backpack. Now, Ingrid, what else did you see?
Victoria, let me start from the beginning. It all started at 10:30, a couple miles from where I am now on Butler Road. It took the guy about an hour on foot to get to where I am now, here in Biltmore Park. This is P.F. Chang's right behind me. Now, our video captured the suspect in a police vehicle. We'll show you that in just a moment. But first, we want to show you the images from what happened from around 10:30 to 11:30, that massive manhunt. What happened is Kenneth Sherlin, he went to his stepfather's house on Butler Road. Police say that he threatened his stepfather with a gun. He then left the house. The stepfather thankfully was unharmed. The man left on foot. He trekked all the way from Butler Road all the way here down Long Shoals Road. There's, of course, woods in between there. So during that time, helicopters surrounding the area trying to find the man. Also, folks just watching the situation unfold, some families even. It was very nerve-wracking seeing that large police presence in full gear with those rifles. So when we finally got here to P.F. Chang's, we saw the man actually in the police car, and of course police were going through all of his items. Not sure why. It looked like maybe a backpack he had, some clothes inside. I saw some shoes there. Also, people here in Biltmore Park, they were witnessing this event too. Listen to what they had to say about what they saw.
All I've seen is helicopters going by. We had about 12 cop cars out in front of P.F. Chang's. That's really all I knew. Everybody was just so focused on what they were doing.
And they were focused and they were successful for sure. The man is in custody, Kenneth Sherlin. Now, one interesting note here, police say that they have had contact with Sherlin in the past for incidents that were non-violent, of course, until today. And I want to mention that there was a large police presence. I would say probably a dozen police cars up on Butler Road. Also, another set of of men and vehicles down here at Ingles. Ingles was at no time closed. There were still people going in and out of the store, wondering why there was police presence in that area. As you can see, everything is calm right now. It took about an hour for all of this to unfold. We will continue to follow this story and bring you any updates on WLOS.com, on Twitter, and of course in our later newscast beginning at 5 p.m. Reporting live in South Asheville, Ingrid Alstead, News 13.